Back out of play, it's 1-2. Here you go. One-two count. Swing. Pops it up out of play. Do it again. The 1-2. Misses outside, wide 2-2. Usually takes us a second to be able to get this keyed up as the 2-2 pitch is swung on and fouled back out of play. We'll do it again. A 2-2 count. Casey Mize, 8th pitch of the inning. 96 outside wide, full count. Cal Raleigh steps out of the box, digs back in. The payoff pitch. Swing, pops it up high down the right field line into foul territory out of play. Carpenter gives chase. So the full count. Mize kicks and fires, delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. That'll bring Julio Rodriguez to the plate. Right-handed bat, Rodriguez. Still trying to pair it up. It usually takes about an inning with these new applications. First pitch on the way was fouled back out of play. It's 0-1. The 0-1 to Hulrod. Righty-righty matchup. Kicks and fires. Down and in. Evens up the count at 1-1. All right, I think we're just about right. So 1-1 count. Mize looks in, brings it, check swing foul into the first base dugout. 1-2. It's always a little wonky with these new applications. Trying to pair this thing and the first link that we went into for the game on the new site that they just built, it didn't have a pause button or anything. The 1-2, swing, chops it foul, we'll do it again. Good to see you, Uncle Charlie. PETA. See if we get any other latecomers that I may have missed while I was fooling around with this. What you talking about, Willis? Gary the Real McCoy. Snapple once again. James Fisher. John Winters. The 1-2 count. The Truth. King Crown. Pitch on the way. Just gets a piece of it to stay alive. We'll do it again, 1-2. Steph, I believe that was the one in Vermont. At a campground in Vermont, I bet that is good weather right now. I saw that the weather today here in Detroit, 56 degrees at first pitch. The 1-2 misses high, 2-2. The wind is blowing out 14 miles an hour out to right center field. Left to right across the outfield for the Detroit Tigers, it's Riley Green, Meadows, and Carpenter. Around the horn, McKinstry, Baez, Torres, and Torkelson. The 2-2. Pitch swung on, popped up, high in the sky. Who wants it? Riley Green grabs it. F7 in your scorecard, and that'll end the inning. Dingler's behind the plate, and Mize is on the mound. The Tigers will grab the bats when we return in an elimination game, win or go home for Detroit.
Let's go, Tigers! Let's go! Let's go, Tigers! Let's go!
You come at the King, you best not miss.
This portion of the show is being brought to you by The Best Things in Life, which are still free with minimum purchase at participating dealers.
Nobody's got anything bad to say about Dustin Pedroia.
Okay, if he had mentioned Dustin Pedroia, I wouldn't have said a word. But the fact that he mentioned Big Poppy in the steroid era, when you want to bring that clown, that joke of a player up, they broke a great player. Ted Williams was one of the greatest players ever. And the fact that you would bring the fact up that he broke his record after he's pumping steroids in his behind, I don't want to hear about it. You could have picked 10 better Red Sox than Big Poppy.
I like him. I'm a Red Sox fan.
Of course you like him. You like the Gators. You like Aerosmith. There's a lot of things you like that the rest of the world don't.
I don't know much, but I know one thing. Billy Bills gets to show game ball today.
Armchair.
You're not sick tonight, are you? Good. Your tongue's going to be hanging out. Tell him to throw up on his own time.
You think about it. What is there in your life, besides your love of family maybe, that carries all the way through from almost your earliest recollections till the day you die, and you care about it in one way or another? There are very, very few things that make that list. We come to things at various times in our lives when we can comprehend them, when we have an interest in them. But we have a child's interest in baseball, in my case from the time I was 5. I can't imagine never having an interest in baseball. So it will be one of the few things in my life that I have cared about in one way or another all the way through.
Braves Country Radio, pull up a chair. Your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. Tigers nothing. Mariners nothing. Detroit coming to the plate.
Let's go, Tigers! Let's go! Let's go, Tigers! Let's go! Let's go, Tigers! Let's go!
Bryce Miller coming onto the bump for the Seattle Mariners. We had kind of a wonky start, so we'll try to do it right here in this inning. Detroit wearing their home whites top to bottom. The classic D, the Magnum PI D logo across the chest, blue ball caps, white D across the chest as well, across the cap as well, excuse me. Time is called real quick. Seattle wearing their road gray pants and dark blue top, Seattle across the chest in silver, outlined in green just like the numerals underneath. The word Seattle across their chest, and the names and numerals on the back the same. Blue ball cap and the Seattle logo, the S across the bill, gray bill, S across the top of the hat, I should say. First pitch on the way from Bryce Miller after the not sure what happened. Must have been something, debris in the outfield. Pitch on the way to Kerry Carpenter, misses for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0 kicks and brings it. Swing and a miss. 1-1. We'll get to the Mariners lineups when we go back to the top of the second inning. Kerry Carpenter is leading off and playing right field for the Tigers. 26 home runs. Batting second, standing on deck, is Gleyber Torres. He's at second base today. Colt Keith is batting third, the designated hitter. Riley Green batting cleanup and in left field. Torkelson's at first, batting fifth. McKinstry batting sixth. At third, it's the 1-2 in the dirt, bounces the knuckle curve up there, 2-2. Dylan Dingler batting seventh, the backstop for the Tigers. Parker Meadows will be patrolling the outfield. He's batting eighth. And Javi Baez is at short and batting ninth. The 2-2 for Miller. Swing! That ball's ripped down the right field line, but foul. got a hold of that one, just couldn't keep it straight. Left to right across the outfield, it's a Rosarena, Julio Rodriguez, and Victor Robles. Around the horn, Ranger Suarez, JP, Crawford, Polanco, and Naylor. Cal is behind home plate. The 2-2 swing, pops it up. Can of corn, who wants it? Play's going to be made by Suarez on the infield grass. One away. Bright, clear sky here in Detroit. I know on your screen it shows, I don't know, Armageddon in the background, but it is a bright, clear sky, so they're going to be fighting any kind of pop fly. Right now the sun's kind of to their back, but as the game goes on, it's going to shift over. First pitch on the way is swung on and popped back. Torres, it's 0-1. And of course, with a lot of these games that are starting at this time period, so it's 3 o'clock local, 3:08 local time when this game started. As we get into the later innings, the shadows should be an issue. The 0-1. This is outside wide 1-1. Hope everybody's having a good day. You too, Charlie. The 1-1 swing, fouls it away. 1-2. For you country club members, and anybody can join, just jump on your phone and join the country club, help support the channel. You can fire up your emoji for your favorite team. We've got them all for this playoff push. Is the 1-2 down and away? 2-2. Whoever you're rooting along per game. I'll flash up the Tiger emoji now and the Seattle Mariner emoji. The 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the heat. First strikeout of the day for Miller, 2 away. Colt Keith, the number 3 hitter, stands at the box, righty-lefty matchup. Today's designated hitter with 13 home runs on the season, 45 RBI, a 746 OPS. Takes the first pitch for a strike. It's 0-1. Miller with pretty good numbers against the Tigers. We'll get to that in a second. The 0-1. Rolling up the first base line. Miller's got it, scoops it, flips it. Kind of a shovel pass to first, and that'll end the inning. So the Tigers go down 1-2-3. Will return. Seattle will take their cracks at the bat, going to the top of the second.
Guys, is your wife one of them women that can take a simple text and make you an evil person out of it? She texted me today and she's like, hey, for our birthday week this summer, I rented a cabin up in the mountains. And I read that and I was like, oh, that's awful sweet, her. I was busy, I was working, I just texted back and I said, okay, sounds good. Well, as soon as I stuck my phone down in my pants pocket, bing, it hit again. I look at it and it says they got a pavilion up there. They play music out on Saturday night. We might want to go to that. So I just texted back, okay, sounds good. Pow, stick that phone back in the pocket. As soon as it hits the bottom of my pocket, bing, get it out and I look at it and it says you don't have to dress up. We can dress up if you want to. I'm going to leave that up to you. What do you think? Whatever you want to do, babe, be just fine with me. Sounds good. Bam, put my phone back in my pocket. About a minute goes by. It goes off. I get it out, look at it, and it says, well, if you don't want to go, you just tell me and I'll cancel it.
The winning run of Ozzie Albies. He got a pretty good jump. Flew under the tag in Atlanta. A single could win this game. Austin Riley stands at the plate. Here's the swung on, and it is roped down the line. It's going to rattle around, and oh, baby boy, here comes Ozzie Albies. He's going to score. The Braves walk it off in fine fashion. Oh, my word, the first pitch, and it is absolutely scooping it down the line.
That's so interesting that it would come out 90 feet. that somebody sat down, Mr. Cartwright or whoever, and said, hey, it ought to be 90 feet. It just sounded like a logical number. The fact of the matter is, in retrospect, if it were 88 feet, the game would be very different. Think of the plays at first base. Think of the double plays that wouldn't be completed. If it were 94 feet, we'd be throwing people out all over the place. Batting averages would drop remarkably.
Welcome back. Top of the second we go. Left to right across the outfield for the Mariners today, and I can't remember if I got to it or not. Ronnie Rosarena, Julio Rodriguez. Yeah, I think I did, but that's okay. Robles, Suarez, JP, Polanco, and Naylor around the horn. Cal's behind the plate. Miller's on the bump. If I missed the Tigers left to right outfield today, it's Green, Meadows, and Carpenter. And around the horn for the Tigers, it was McKinstry, Baez, Torres, Torkelson, and Dingler behind the plate. First pitch on the way is right there. P at the knees, four-seam fastball from Casey Mize. It's on 1. Slider right there, grabs the edge. 2. Bryce Miller has thrown 19 scoreless innings with 1 walk and 15 strikeouts in 3 starts versus the Tigers in his major league career. That was the number I wanted to get to you. As the 0-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. Casey Mize off to a good start. One away. Wondering, because if you look at Miller's numbers on the year, 4-6 with a 5.66 CRA and a 1.41 WHIP, that's the number that would concern me the most if I were a Seattle fan. A lot of traffic on the bases, but he's pitched well against his team, and I would tend to think if he doesn't get off to a good start, they'll get aggressive with the day off tomorrow with the bullpen. First pitch to Josh Naylor's right there, first strike, it's 0-1. With the good outing, good long outing that they made. The other last night. Sorry, I lost the feed for a second. The 1-1 swung on, ripped down the line. Is that into the corner? Is it fair? It is a fair ball. That gets down where the green grass grows, and
5 kids.
Josh Naylor has a 1-out double. All kinds of technical difficulties here on the BCR today. So Eugenio Suarez at the plate. First pitch is right there, first strike. It's 0-1. Mid-pitch, I lost the stream. That's why I always have a backup, but the backup is a little further behind. It's always something with technology, isn't it? The 1-1 to Suarez. The 0-1 missed inside. The 1-1. Mize looks in, kicks and fires. Chop foul off the plate. There we go. 1-2. One-two count. Your home plate umpire today is Chris Guccione. First base, Alan Porter. Nate Tomlinson manning second, and down the third base line, it's Alec Tosi. Your left field umpire tucked into the corner, Jeremy Rehack. And John Tupane, yesterday's home plate umpire, is in right field. 1-2, down and in. Off the plate. Good take by Suarez, 2-2. two home plate umpires for the games we did yesterday is the 2-2 swing and a miss, strike three. Suarez chased one off the plate. Nasty slider. 2 down. The two home plate umpires yesterday for this game and the Yankee-Toronto game. Really good job. As the first pitch swinging, hammers it into right field, through for a base hit. Here comes the runner around to score, and he will with ease. And the Mariners have taken the 1-run lead, 1-0. Hard hit ball, worm burner through the 4-3 hole. Casey Mize. Looked like it was the off speed there, but it hung up just a little bit. He was able to rake it into right field. Victor Robles, the batter, first pitch swinging, takes a mighty hack at the heat on the top track. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Brings it, swing, fouls it back. It's 0-2. What you'll get from Casey Mize today is a four-seam fastball 34% of the time, the splitter 24%, slider 16%, and the curve 13%, with the sinker coming in at 12%. So he doesn't really have a dominant pitch. The four-seam a little bit is the 0-2 down and in, splitter misses, 1-2. But all in all, you would consider him a kitchen sink pitcher. Guy that's got multiple pitches and doesn't have one overly dominant one that he throws close to half the time. The 1-2. Off the plate, 2-2. One of the top prospects for the Tigers a few years back, and then had Tommy John surgery, which kind of thwarted his progress. But he's come back, and he's been a good one for Detroit. 14-6 on the year with a 3.87 ERA. The 2-2 inside. That ball get him. It bounced out of the glove of Dingler. The ball rolls away. They're going to say it did not get him, and it's a full count now. So the runner at first, Canzone, will be off to the races. Man, that was really close. The payoff pitch, down and away, ball 4. So now runners on first and second. 2 outs, top of the second. 2 on, 2 outs, top of the second. Deuces Wild here in Motor City. Good to see you, Ready 70. Welcome back in. We used to have that as our moniker on one of our shows years ago, Ray. It's funny you say that. Very close to what you typed in. First pitch on the way to Crawford is inside. For a ball, it's 1-0. 1-0. Up top for a strike. 1-1. I think it was the Armchair QB show we did in radio, and I'd be running back and forth from that to a couple of restaurant gigs that I had and security and all that kind of stuff. And is the 1-1 pitch. Check swing. Did he go around? They're going to check. He did. Third base umpire Alex Tosi rang him up, so it's 1-2. And they put a bump on. I came in and I heard it. I was like, who the hell did that? But it just said Mac McGee, the hardest working man on the mic, comes your way, blah, 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 whatever the time was. 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike three. Big strikeout by Mize, and we'll head to break. But not before. Seattle puts one on the board. It's 1-0. Tigers time to try to go get some runs.
House cat flu is coming, people. The Center for Disease Disinformation predicts with some degree of probability that the house cat flu might spread in the following hypothetical outbreak pattern: mild thirst, occasional hunger, tiredness at night.
Are you pro or con against the bat flip? Just overall celebration.
I'm right there in the middle. I'm not going to take either side. I'm more against it, I guess. But if a pitcher is going to be out there dancing and running his mouth, and you get a home run off him, I'm completely okay with a bat flip. Screw you, buddy.
Well, I for one want to get a Papelbon jersey because anyone that chokes out Bryce Harper, man. I am Team Papelbon.
Armchair.
I hear these fools on TV talking about defund the police and things like that. We need police reform and prison reform and things like that. So that notion they keep saying that, I'm like, wait a minute, we just gonna leave, who are people supposed to call? Ghostbusters when we have crime in our neighborhoods?
Hey Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free, and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
The local paper did a 50-year anniversary thing, and there was a reprint of a game that he had played in 1892, and it said Watts. His name was Fred Watts, shortstop, and he had 2 hits. And I thought, my grandfather played baseball in 1892. So it's part of your existence. It's part of our heritage.
Welcome in, Melinda. 1-0 your score. We're here heading to the bottom of the second inning. Detroit trying to get on the board themselves. If you're just joining us, Seattle scored off an RBI single by Canzone. Naylor came around to score, and that's where we're at. 1-0 Mariners. Tonight's doubleheader, 6:45. Yankees versus the Blue Jays will come on. That's about 15 minutes before first pitch. The other 2 games are going to overlap the 2 games that we're doing. So you've got the Cubs coming on today around 5 o'clock. We'll try to keep you updated with that score. And then when the Phillies-Dodgers come on, they're going to come on around the 4th or 5th inning of the Yankees game. We'll keep you updated on that score. We're doing the Armchair QB radio show tomorrow morning, and there's a possibility of a doubleheader, so we won't be bringing you a tripleheader with the Phillies-Dodgers. If the Phillies-Dodgers go to a Game 4, we'll definitely bring you the doubleheader tomorrow. That's assuming the Cubs get a win. Hopefully somebody wins so we don't have no baseball tomorrow. First pitch on the way, swung on. Foul back out of play. I didn't mean to say we wouldn't have any baseball tomorrow. I mean, what would we have on tomorrow? No baseball. There would be no baseball. The 0-1 count. Down and in. 1-1. I do believe the Dodgers are about to sweep the Phillies, and I think the Philly fans are going to have every right to go ballistic if they get swept, because they are choosing, as the 1-1 chops it foul down the lines, 1-2. They are choosing to start Aaron Nola, who has been a disaster all year long, over Ranger Suarez. And I don't care what the numbers tell you. Ranger Suarez was a beast this year. 1-2. Swing, pops it up. Back behind home plate, giving chase is Cal Raleigh. It'll bounce off the third base dugout. The Detroit Tigers are one of the teams that call third base home. Talked about it many times before. About 60% call first base home. The other 40 reside at third base when they're at home. The 1-2 count from Miller. Brings it into the dirt, 2-2. Bryce Miller, just one strikeout on the day so far. Casey Mize has already recorded 4. He has given up the 1 run, but he's looked pretty good so far. The 2-2. Miller comes set and brings it. Swing! That ball's hammered over to first base, but Naylor's on it. Hammer and nails, underhands it to Miller time. 3-1, 1 away. So we have 4 games of Major League Baseball today. Once again, we'll try to keep you up to date. I believe the Chicago game, it's a little after 5 o'clock. I don't understand why they did that, by the way. I kind of feel like as the first pitch on the way is right there at the knees, 97 miles an hour. So I kind of feel like TBS played into the hands of Fox Sports, because if you're telling me is the 0-1 swung on, foul, back out of play, so if you're telling me that we're going to have a quadruple header on Wednesday, I would be asking, if I were one of the teams involved, I would be asking to start one of the games around 1 o'clock Eastern. I don't think I'd quite go to noon, but they did it last week, and they had very good numbers for the Cleveland-Detroit game. The 0-2. Swing. Lifts it. High and deep. Going back on the track. Making the catch at the wall for a loud out number 2 is Robles. The Old Oak makes the catch, 2 away. Man, Torque Wrench gave that thing a ride. I thought that had a chance to get out. Remember, the wind's blowing out to that area as well. Two down. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch swinging by McKinstry. He's going to rip that into center field. Down for a base hit. And Swiss Army's got himself a base knock to get things going for the Tigers.
Let's go, Tigers! Let's go! Let's go, Tigers! Let's go! Let's go, Tigers! Let's go!
I think quite a few people are pulling for Detroit, Paul. You join the country club, we have the tiger emojis that you can throw out there. First pitch on the way to Dirk Dingler. Dylan Dingler. This is inside for a ball. It's 1-0. That's why I like calling him Boogie Nights, man. It's a tongue twister. His parents did not do him any favors with that name. The 1-0. They're going to flip over to first real quick to keep the runner close by. One 1-0 count. Pitch on the way, swing, lifts it high and deep into center field, going back near the warning track, making the catch for a long out. Number 3 is Hoorod. We'll be back in a flash. Seattle grabs the bats when we return.
I gained and lost 60 pounds in 3 months.
That's almost impossible.
Well, first of all, through God, all things are possible, so jot that down.
Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free, and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
I know I'm going to get some hate for this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Why aren't modern day mothers mothering like the mothers back in the day? Let's take Grandma's purse, for example. Grandma's purse was like a Swiss Army knife. It had all of your wants, needs, and desires for travel. Grandma had actual peppermints. She had Halls in her purse. She had water in her purse. She even had snacks in her bag. She also had her pop stick for when y'all acting up during service. Yeah, Grandma's purse was a place of refuge. Nowadays, y'all spend $10,000 on the purse and can't even fit a pack of gum in it.
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America. You get in a ballpark, and it's the wonder of holding your dad's hand, walking through that dark tunnel, and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. One to nothing your score. Mariners lead this one lead the series 2-1. So we head to the top of the third. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for Seattle. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for Detroit. Mize goes back to work. First pitch on the way. Line drive. L5 in the scorecard. 1 away. Hard hit ball, but an atom ball. First pitch up top, misses high, 4-seam fastball. That's 1-0. The 1-0 righty-lefty matchup. Cal Riley takes the pitch high and out of the zone. Big Dumper struck out swinging his first time up, batting .429 in the series. The 2-0 count. Infield back into the left. Slider. Misses high and out of the zone. Ball 3, 3-0. The 3-0. Right there, 4-seam fastball. 3-1. Three-one count. Mize looks in. Turns and delivers. Just misses outside, ball 4. And Big Dumper heads on down to first. 1 out. First pitch on the way to Julio Rodriguez is a big swing and a miss. It's on 1. He got everything but air, but he did not get cheated on that one. He was ready to lock and load. Rod batting .267 on the year. Looks like there's a lefty warming up in the bullpen already for the Tigers. The 0-1 right there, first strike. It's 0-2. (0-2) count. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, 2 down. Fifth strikeout of the day for Mize. His over-under, by the way, was 3.5 because there's always that question mark of how long a guy's going to go in the game. Miller, his was 3.5. This is the second time through the order, so just by the way that they're getting the left-hander Holton warming up in the bullpen is the first pitch on the way. Swung on, foul back out of play. It's 0-1. Polanco, the batter. You would think what they're trying to do is get through the lineup a second time with Mize, but the first sign of trouble, they're going to go out and grab Holton. The 0-1, swing and a miss, off the plate, sinker. It's 0-2. You've got Naylor and Suarez looming on deck and in the hole. And then Canzoni, Robles, and Crawford. Quite a few left-handers due up, so they could go to him right after this. They'd prefer to get him through the inning. The 0-2. Swing, pops it up. Back behind home plate, but out of play. We'll do it again with 2 outs. No, Paul, Seattle has not been to a World Series. The 0-2. Swing, fouls it away. We'll do it one more time. Runner at first, 2 outs. The 0-2 pitch just misses outside. Try to chase that splitter. Seattle Mariners. 1-2, misses inside. No, they're going to call for strike 3. Backwards K in your scorecard. Might have been a wide inside strike, but the Tigers will take it. They'll grab the bats when we return. Trailing by only 1.
Everybody's attention for 1 minute. Here's something I need to say to everybody. I like fat women, and they like me. Anybody got a problem with that? Anybody? Big girls need love too, baby.
Hey there, pal. First draft?
How can you tell?
Look, there's a few things you're going to want to know. Kickers go fast. You're going to take one early. And don't worry about running backs. You can always trade for one later.
Cool, thanks.
And one more thing. It's good to have you here. You're my friend.
Armchair.
This portion of the show is being brought to you by Ed's Almost Good Beer. Remember, Ed's Almost Good Beer was brewed in God's country when God wasn't looking.
Hey, Braves Country, I'm Mac McGee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show, Braves Country Today, just before first pitch. Stick around for the postgame show, Braves Country Tonight, where we will open up the phone lines and react to your calls or your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, pitch by pitch, play by play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball.
Everybody had a team. At Orting, Washington, the Fats took on the Leans. In Kansas, crowds watched the Mother Hubbards, men playing in women's clothing. Under guard at Fort Sill, Oklahoma, Geronimo's Chiricahua Apaches played ball against the U.S. Army and won. At some games, a keg of beer stood just to the side of third base for encouragement. Any man who made it to third was entitled to a dipperful.
Welcome back, y'all. Game 1 of our double dip. Game 2 tonight, Yankees versus Blue Jays. First pitch from Miller to start the inning is swung on by Parker Meadows. Popped up high. Can of corn there in very shallow left field. J.P. Crawford with the catch. One pitch, one out here in the third. Miller with just 26 pitches in so far, so he's doing great on that front. Javi Baez, the batter, first pitch, righty-righty. Inside 96, misses. That's what I know. Swing and a miss. Slider off the plate. 1-1. The 1-1 swung on, pops it up. High in the sky. Another can. Underneath it is Suarez, and there's quickly two down. Lineups are out for Yankees Blue Jays, so doing 9 things at once as opposed to the typical 7 or 8. Miller, his 30th pitch of the night, or the afternoon, I guess you should say. First pitch is a slider down and into Gary Carpenter as the lineup folds over. Rolls over, bangs it foul. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. For you Dodgers or Phillies fans, they said that tonight Max Muncy and Will Smith are expected to be in the starting lineup. The 0-2 in the dirt, 1-2. They had been kind of bringing them in about halfway into the games coming off of injury. So the task gets that even taller. Right? I don't think I ever finished that thought. The idea that you're going to put Aaron Nola on the mound tonight when you're facing eliminations, when Ranger Suarez is ready to go, as the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Try to get to that point on the next inning. They are moving it. We'll be back in a flash. 1-0 Seattle. Top of the 4th we go.
What do you want Sienna to bring you for Christmas?
Chicken nuggets.
No, toys. What kind of toys?
I don't want a toy.
What? You just want chicken nuggets?
Yeah.
Hey, does Tay Diggs follow you on Twitter?
No, but Kraft Singles does.
Tim Tebow. He circumcises kids in Vietnam or something.
Philippines, I believe.
Thank you. Sorry.
That seems like a hobby.
It feels like it should be illegal.
You're making this
I'm
up.
not making this up.
Dead ass, dude.
And they said he also assisted in a few dental operations over there. So, I mean, it's just the Wild West.
But it's like, out of all the things they need,
They're like, Tim, should you give him money? He's like, no. What else? What about like food? He's like, keep going. I can't. They'll get that. Oh, these kids are uncircumcised. What did you say?
Poor Tebow.
Poor Filipino kid. Can we get a doctor in here?
Hey, can I tell you one thing? That's 3 holding penalties on one football team in a quarter and a half. That ain't funny.
I was today years old when I found out people don't like gingers. Are you?
Oh, hold on now, sister. That was a hard R. That R was pretty hard on that. We usually say it with an A, and usually only my fellow Red can say it. So, no suspect if you ask me.
Virginia, April 3rd, 1862. It is astonishing how indifferent a person can become to danger. The report of musketry is heard but a very little distance from us. Yet over there on the other side of the road is most of our company playing bat ball. And perhaps in less than half an hour, they may be called to play a ball game of a more serious nature. Frederick Fairfax, 5th Ohio Infantry.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio. Please like and subscribe today. YouTube.com/@Braves Country. Your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball. One nothing your score. Seattle with the early lead. As we head top of the 4th inning. In Detroit, elimination game, and they've kind of given away some at-bats. If we're being honest, they swinging early and often at pitches that little touch out of the zone. I get it, it's a quick turnaround, but man, your season's on the line. Tyler Holton will come in, the ex-Florida State Seminole, lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch, sinker down and in. Misses for a ball, it's 1-0. Mize, his day is through 3 innings, 6 strikeouts. He was cruising, but they're not trying to play with the food here. The 1-0 chops it back up the middle off the glove of Holton, and Baez tries to get the carom, and it goes into center field. And I would think that is probably a leadoff single. We'll see how they call that. When it came off the glove of Holton, it kind of short hopped Baez with a funny bounce because of the spin coming off the glove. First pitch is down and in, change up. Misses for a ball, it's 1-0. 1-0. Kicks and fires. Eugenio Suarez, 0 for 1 on the day. Struck out his first time up, too. They're giving him a base hit, so, and I don't really disagree with that because that was going to be a tough play when the ball caromed off the glove. It's a 2-0. Right there for a strike, 2-1. The 2-1 count inside. 3-1. Cam Schlittler, the kid that really did a number on the Red Sox last week, he is going to be on the mound for the Yankees tonight. The 3-1 swing, rips it into left field. That is down for a base hit. And the Mariners have runners on first and second and nobody out. Holton on the ropes already. Man, if this doesn't work out here, you know Detroit radio is going to be melting down on the fact that Casey Mize was pitching a good game. You didn't let him go a little further. Wasn't going on short rest, so that's got nothing to do with it. First and second, nobody out. Quick meeting on the mound with the Tigers. Might be just trying to reset. Give him a chance to gather his breath as the Mariners have runners on first and second. There's nobody out. Pitching coach Pete Woodworth. Should be just about wrapping up his powwow, and Mitch Garver coming to the plate. Garver coming in for Canzone. Mariners smelling blood in the water. They want a chance to try to get on the board here once again. There is a right-hander warming up in the pen for the Tigers. Holton back to work. First pitch, drops a strike, changeup at the knees. That's a lot. Kicks and fires, swing and a miss. 0-2. 0-2 count, runners on first and second, nobody out. Infield back and to the left. Standing on deck is Robles. The 0-2. Holton comes set. Swing, chops it just foul. That was going to be a tough play if that stayed fair. McKinstry probably gets Garver at first, but it would have been a really long throw. No chance to get anybody else. The 0-2. Outside wide changeup, misses 1-2. One-two count. Holton brings it. Swing, pops it up. High down the right field line, giving chase. Will it be fair? It bounces just foul and into the stands. Carpenter had a long way to go. They're playing Garver to pull, so he was camping out in right center field. He had a long way to go. Almost got there. 2-2 now the count. The 2-2 just misses curveball. Now a full count. So now the wheels are really moving because you've got a full count. You've got runners on first and second. Robles standing on deck. Garver has got some pop. He's trying to get him to roll into a double play at the payoff pitch. Outside wide changeup misses. Ball 4, and Seattle. Bases loaded, nobody out. Ducks all over the pond. A.J. Hinch has seen enough. We'll be back in a flash. 1-0 your score, but the bases are juiced with nobody out. On this date, 1920, after a lengthy argument about a questionable call of a ground ball double over the third base side with home plate umpire Barry McCormick, Cincinnati Reds manager Pat Moran and several players returned to their positions to resume the contest. Cincinnati center fielder Ed Roush, growing bored after a few minutes of the prolonged debate, decides to take a nap on the outfield grass and gets ejected for delay of game when he doesn't wake up promptly. On this date, 1927, Tony Lazzeri becomes the first New York Yankee to hit 3 home runs in one game, including a 9th-inning blast that ties the game. The round tripper closes a 5-run deficit, and New York comes back to beat the Chicago White Sox in the 11th inning, 12-11. And on this date, 1961, Eddie Matthews, Hank Aaron, Joe Adcock, and Frank Thomas hit 4 consecutive dingers in one inning off Reds pitcher Jim Maloney and Marshall Bridges as they gave up 2 apiece, making the Braves the first major league team to accomplish the feat. 7-inning big fly barrage by Matthews and 1 by Warren Spahn still aren't enough when Cincinnati still manages to win the Crosley Field contest 10-8. One to nothing your score. The bases are juiced. Nobody out. And they're into the bullpen one more time. This time it'll be Finnegan coming on, the ex-closer from the Washington Nationals. Righty-righty matchup. Robles the batter. The first pitch on the way. Outside, wide, 1-0. Brings it. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Good to see you, John. Golden Eye. 1-1 count. Kicks and fires. Down and in. Ball 2-2. A 2-1 count. Swung on, chops it up the middle, and this is going to be a 4-6-3 double play. The run will score from third, so it's 2-0 Seattle. But all in all, that's a big, big double play. Detroit will gladly trade a couple of outs for that one run here early in the game. So 2-0 your score on the play. As the first pitch on the way is high and inside. For a ball. It's 1-0. J.P. Crawford, the batter. Suarez stands at third now with 2 outs. Misses high and out wide. Ball 2-2-0. We're here in the 4th inning. When the Cubs-Brewers game gets going, we'll start putting scores on in the chat. We got to get ready for Yankees-Blue Jays, or we'd try to give you coverage over there, but there's only so many of them. The 2-0 swung on, pops it up. High. F2 in your scorecard in foul territory. Dingler with the catch, and that'll end the inning. So a great job, Finnegan, getting out of that jam. We'll be back in a flash. It's 2-0. Tigers' turn to answer.
All right, those first 2 were high and tight. So what do you think the next one's going to be? Either low and away or in my ear. He's not going to want to load the bases, so look for low and away. But watch out for in your ear.
This portion of the show is being brought to you by Honest Ed's Used Cars, where every car we sell is backed by an ironclad guarantee that is so complete and comprehensive that we really don't see any need to put it in writing. And remember Honest Ed's motto, if any used car dealer anywhere in the country says he can sell you the same car cheaper than we will, then he's even a bigger liar than I am. And remember, if you'd like to learn one of life's most valuable secrets, just send $20 to the announcer in care of this station.
Armchair.
For all you beginners out there, chip and putt. Everybody in golf that plays on a professional level can hit a driver. They can hit a 5-iron. They can hit a 6-iron. But it's 125, 150 yards in. That means a lot. Nobody ever talks about it. No guy that wins a golf tournament ever talks about, well, I hit that wedge from out of the rough from 122 yards and knocked it like this, got a gimme or whatever. But golf is all about 150 yards.
Sandberg hitting 327 now. The pitch. There it goes. Way back. It might be. It could be. It is. Holy cow. The game is tied. The game is tied.
Soldiers in both armies played ball whenever and wherever they could, just like boys, one of them remembered.
If there was any transforming incident in the history of baseball, as in the history of this country, it was the Civil War. Play in the 1840s and 50s was not for the middle class. It was not for the working class. It was reserved for so-called gentlemen. Play became democratic when it became portable. It became a people's game.
Welcome back. Two to nothing. Your score. Seattle leading Detroit. We're heading to the bottom of the fourth, and the Tigers are at the heart of the order. Gleyber Torres, the number 2 hitter, takes the first pitch. Right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing, chops and foul. You're making me hungry, Reddy, so we'll go ahead and do this.
What's for dinner? Hey, Chef, what's for dinner?
What's everybody having for lunch today, or what did you have for lunch as we hit the 4 o'clock hour? The 0-2 swung on, lifted into center field, down for a base hit, and Gleyber Torres and the Tigers are in business.
Let's go, Tigers! Let's go! Let's go, Tigers! Let's go! Let's go, Tigers! Let's go!
Shadows starting to creep across home plate as Colt Keith, the batter, first pitch swinging, bangs it down the right field line. Foul. It's 0-1. Cheese, chicken, and rice for Peta. Egg salad for John. Apple crisps for John Winters. And beef stew. The 0-1 swing, rips that over to first, and that's going to be an Adam ball. And ball actually hit the ground, I guess. By the time they flipped over there, couldn't tell if he had caught it or not, but it looks like he hit the ground. It's going to be a double play as Naylor had the presence of mind to tag the runner and then step on the bag, 2 away. Torres I think Torres thought that he caught the line drive and was trying to get back to the bag, but it didn't. It skipped right before it hit his glove. Kind of caught in no man's land with that one. Hard hit ball, but right into the teeth of the defense. The 1-0 count to Green. Riley Green batting .250 this postseason. Brings it. 96 out of the zone. Mariners 2, Tigers nothing. Bottom of the fourth, the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Four-seam fastball, 2-1. Denise, Vienna sausages in Tabasco. That's my kind of jam. 2-1, swing and a miss, 2-2. The 2-2 count. Paul says in his perfect playoffs is the 2-2. Swung on, chops over to first. That'll end it. G3 in your scorecard. He wants Detroit and Toronto to win and Milwaukee and the Dodgers to advance. In my perfect playoffs, the Braves would still be playing. But that ain't how it worked. We'll be back. 2-0 your score.
You're a cop, huh?
No, what I am, Sonny, is about 50 pounds heavier and one hell of a lot meaner, so you better straighten up your act. I don't think I like it.
Fatigue makes cowards of us all. You can't play fatigued. Therefore, it's up to you to be in prime physical condition. I can't put you in physical condition. I can start you. You've got to keep yourself in prime physical condition because a fatigue player is a coward. He can't go 100%.
You've got the winning run on second base. You've got 3 very good outfielders ready to deploy their arms. A very good base runner in Dansby Swanson, one of the best closers to ever do it in the postseason on the hill, and Eddie Rosario, who is 3 for 4. He stands at the plate, and you can't pitch around him because Freddie Freeman, though he's been a little cold, stands on deck. So let's do it. Here's the first pitch from Jansen. He does that little shimmy on the mound, winds up, and the first pitch is swung on, and it is rifle neck up the middle. It's going to score. It's going to, Dansby Swanson's going to come around. It came off the glove. The Braves win. The Braves win. The Braves win.
It is the American game. That's just what it is. And actually, it makes you, I'm 81, but I can feel like I'm 15 when I'm talking baseball. I'm watching baseball. This is it. It does this. It can do this to any man. It brings you back.
Welcome back. Denise, you almost made me late. I had to run back and go grab some Vienna sausages. Yes, that's how we said. That's how Grandma said it. So that's how we said it. I know it's Vienna for all you technically people out there, but it's Vienna sausages around this game. I'm not sorry that Freeman's gone from Atlanta. He didn't want to be in Atlanta. He don't need it. And not to mention the fact people keep mixing it up. Matt Olson's numbers have been much better than Freddie Freeman's. He's just been on a better team the last 2 seasons. A better roster. I think the Dodgers are dominant now. Give them Matt Olson at first base. Randy Arozarena, the batter, righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way. Up top, first strike, it's 0-1. Not to mention the fact, as soon as he was traded, as he was flying to Atlanta, he agreed to a multi-year deal extension that was pretty club-friendly. He's from Atlanta. I'll take Olson all day long. Nothing against Freddie. The 0-1, down and in. 1-1. He's creeping up near his mid-30s now, and you're going to start seeing his numbers tail off. And I'm not even putting it out of the realm of possibility that he wouldn't come back one day and be a designated hitter for Atlanta. But we're good at first base. The 1-1, swing, chops it through the hole. Hard hit ball by Arozarena, and the Seattle Mariners are up to it again. Good hard hit ball. Cal Riley, the batter, first pitch swinging. Bangs it foul back out of play. The big dumper, 0 for 1 on the day. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires, swing, fouls it back on 2. Yeah, Paul, his numbers have been much better, Olson's. People just, what people remember was the big home run in the postseason last year, but once again, he's just on a better roster. Best roster money can buy. Pitches in the dirt, it's 1-2. That's what happens when you pull for a team in what they call the flyover states, as opposed to New York or Los Angeles. You're always going to be battling that. It's going to get a little more level when we get out of this terrible TV contract in a couple of seasons. We're still top 10 in payroll. The 1-2 pitch, that ball's going to bounce back towards the backstop, and Arozarena will head on down to first into scoring position. Yeah, Matt Olson's been doing it for a while. He was on the A's. That's right. That's what he done. The 2-2. Swing, lifts it into right center field. That ball is down for a base hit. Here comes Arozarena around to score, and the big dumper has another RBI. A single. Nobody out here at the top of the 5th. It's 3-0. Tridents. Hard hit ball. Smacked it over the infield. The pitch was on the outer edge. He just went out and got it. Pitch probably just a little too high. Finnegan fires the next pitch. 97-mile-an-hour fastball to the backstop. It's 0-1. Finnegan, of course, he is by trade a closer, a one-inning guy. And they've got him back out there for that second inning. He's at 16 pitches. I don't know how much they can give him, but or he can give them is the 0-1 swung on, foul back. 2-2. And of course, if Detroit doesn't win today, it doesn't matter because we'll see you in the spring. But same token, you leave a guy out there who's not used to going several pitches, you might be playing into Seattle's hand. The 0-2, outside wide, 1-2. Cal Raleigh, now 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI single. 1-2 count. Yeah, but how great was that? I see what you're saying, John, about New York and Seattle, but how great was that? Is that 90? I might be mixing up the years. I think it was 95 when the walk-off hit from A-Rod and Brown Ken Griffey Jr. to win the series on the walk-off in the Kingdom, the 2-2. Swing, slaps it over to third. It's going to be a 5-4 put out. Trying to turn the double play, but will not be able to get it as Hoorod was busting it down the line. But the Tigers do get the lead runner, still 3-0 here. Oh, John, okay. John, I wasn't 100% sure if you were a straight-up Mariners fan or if you were a Braves fan that was in here watching, because we get a lot of folks that will watch for a long time and then start commenting. So you were at that game. That is awesome. Splitter starts off the at-bat with Polanco. It's 1-0. We wouldn't get banged for the music rights. I would have played the intros. I mean, for all these teams, but was it Macklemore that made the rap song for that 95 series? It's pretty good stuff. That's not even my kind of music, but that's pretty good stuff. Just like with the Cubbies. If y'all have never checked out the Eddie Vedder, I think it's called One Day We'll Go All the Way. His pitch on the way is inside to Polanco, now 2-0. That is one of my favorite songs. Not just songs, not just sports songs. It's one of my favorite songs, period. He wrote it before that 2016 season ever happened. He was playing it live in front of a Chicago crowd, the 2-0 pitch. Swing blasted high and deep. If it's fair, it's gone. Going back, chasing it, and it is going to bend just foul. Woo-wee! Polanco about hit another one. I remember that one too. The tiebreaker, Angels versus the Mariners. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Mark Langston pitching that one. The 2-1 count. Leaning, runner goes. The pitch, swing, lifts it high and deep into left field. That won't get it enough to get out. So Rodriguez will head back to first, 2 away. F7 in your scorecard for Polanco. Josh Naylor now coming to the plate. Ready? I feel you, buddy. I was with the Cubs fan. He's one of the most obnoxious fans you'll ever meet. And I didn't really care who won going into it, but I was pulling for Cleveland by the end because he was obnoxious. It just never failed. First pitch swinging by Naylor. Hits it over towards second underneath the glove of Finnegan. Firing over to first. Torres to Torque, and that'll end the inning. But not before. The Seattle Mariners have taken a 3-0 lead. We'll be back in a flash here on the BCR.
I'm gonna let you guys do what you guys gotta do. Don't worry about me. I'm just gonna go home, make a little macaroni and cheese, seal the window, and turn on the gas.
Bro, Blake, play for the love of the game, man. What's wrong with you, bro? Money should not be a thing. Yeah, man, I gotta get my money. I'm not playing unless I get mine.
Armchair.
Yeah, my mama got into it last night. But anyway, so she said, go stay with your auntie then since you like her so much. So anyway, but that's another story. I tell you about
it. How old is your mama?
46.
How old are you?
31. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing, shout. Right. My auntie, what? And my grandma 56. Look, shout it.
How's your great grandmama?
62. Look, shout it. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Your great grandma's still living.
Yeah, she's 79. Look, Shotty, that ain't got nothing to do with that.
Look, we don't know what the world is going to be like in 50 years. We could all have been wiped out from disease or the flu.
So, what's your suggestion?
I don't know. I'm just scared.
We were playing ball between the lines near Alexandria, Texas, when suddenly there came a scattering fire of which the three outfielders caught the brunt. The center field was hit and was captured. The left and right field managed to get back into our lines. The rebel attack was repelled without serious difficulty, but we had lost not only our center field, but the only baseball in Alexandria, Texas.
Pull up a chair. Your home. Braves Country Radio. The classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Bryce Miller goes back to work. First pitch on the way is a sinker, P at the knees. It's 0-1. Bryce Miller, just 45 pitches in. Just recorded the 2 strikeouts, but he's kept him off the base paths. No walks. That's a key one as the 0-1 pitch swung on. That ball's going to get dropped into center field. Maybe that'll get the Tigers' offense moving.
Let's go, Tigers! Let's go!
Good piece of hitting there by the torque wrench, Spencer Torkelson, now 1 for 2 on the day.
Let's go!
McKinstry takes the first pitch, high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. I think one of my favorite things y'all do is when there's some dope in here saying nonsense, y'all just keep chatting amongst yourself, don't even pay attention to them. The 1-0 count, right there, top of the zone, 1-1. Runner at first, nobody out. The infield back into the right at double play depth. Tigers trail by 3, but still a long way to go. The pitch, knuckle curve in the dirt. 2-1. Elimination game for Detroit. If they lose, their season is over. If they win, they force a game 5, and we head out to Seattle on Friday. The 2-1 pitch, right there, P at the knees, 2-2. If the Yankees were to win tonight, that game 5 would be at 4 o'clock, I believe. And then the Yankees at 8 o'clock. We'll bring you the doubleheader. If just one of them wins, I think the one game would just be at 8 o'clock. The 2-2 pitch swung on, chopped on the right side of the infield, scooping up Naylor. Naylor flips it to second. Crawford covering. So it'll be a 3-6 put out, 1 away. Swiss Army is safe at first, avoiding the double play. Tonight, the doubleheader, second game of our twin bill, Yankees versus Blue Jays. That's at 7 o'clock tonight. We'll come on the air at 6:45 to get you rolling. And if there's a doubleheader tomorrow, we'll bring it to you. If there's one game, we'll bring it to you. If there's no games, we'll just stare out the window and wait till Friday. Raleigh's going to go out there to the mound. It looks like we're getting a mound visit from Woodworth. Not 100% sure what's going on there. He must have seen something he didn't like in his delivery. Miller's been pitching really well. Pete Woodworth heads back to the dugout. EM's pitching coach. I know one thing that the Braves are doing wrong that other teams who are in the postseason are doing that they may need to look into. When you go to pull up the information of the coaching staffs for the different teams, there is just a numerous amount of coaches with specialized, almost like a football coaching staff, where you have all these different coaches that are in charge of different parts of the game. You go to the Braves, it was like a five-man band. Like they were just like, whatever. Whereas the other teams that were doing well in the postseason, they all have an orchestra. The 1-1 in the dirt, 2-1. And I do like some old school stuff, but I don't think it's a bad idea to have different angles and different people in charge of different things. Is that going to be it for Miller? Oh, no, they're flashing back. I don't know what that was about. The 2-1 pitch. Swing! That ball's hammered towards left field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Rosarena, second time in this series, takes a bad angle, and it's going to get up against the wall, and a run will score. And the Detroit Tigers.
Let's go, Tigers! Let's go! Let's
Have cut the lead to 2, 3-1 your score.
Let's go, Tigers! Let's go!
You know your worst outfielder is always in left field, but that is the second time in this series that it looks like Miller's going to come out of the game as he's getting the hook from Dan Wilson, the M's manager. We'll be back in a flash. Once again, someone's got to teach Rosarena how to play defense out there. He's down there trying to cut off a ball that he's never going to get to, and so because he takes the bad angle, it goes up into the gap. We'll be back in a flash. Tigers on the move.
Let's go, Tigers! Let's go! Let's go, Tigers!
I thought you said they didn't have alcohol. Look, they got screwdrivers.
Oh, no, just orange juice.
Just orange juice, like the mixer?
Yeah, people drink it. Yeah.
It's crazy. When was the last time you drank straight mixer?
Oh, I had a Diet Cola mixer a while ago.
Oh, did you? Was it any good?
Hey, Braves Country, I'm Mac McGee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show, Braves Country Today, just before first pitch. Stick around for the postgame show, Braves Country Tonight, where we will open up the phone lines and react to your calls or your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, pitch by pitch, play by play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball.
By the end of the Civil War, baseball was the national pastime. North and South, West as well as East. Soldiers took the game home with them, and it grew.
It's our game. That's the chief fact in connection with it. America's game has the snap, go, fling of the American atmosphere. It belongs as much to our institutions, fits into them as significantly as our Constitution's laws, is just as important in the sum total of our historic life. Walt Whitman.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball. Welcome back, y'all. It's 3-1. We got ourselves a ball game again. Southpaw, Gabe Spears coming out of the bullpen. Gabe with a 2.61 ERA. Spire set to face Jones, lefty-righty matchup. As Meadows hits the bench, the first pitch swinging. That ball is roasted down the left field line. That is a fair ball, and it's going to go. I believe we're going to get a grounds rule double. We are, as it was touched by a fan as it bounced up, and it is an RBI double for Jones. One pitch swinging coming off the bench, and the Tigers have cut it to a one-run game.
Let's go! Let's go!
Paul Meadows out of the, or Parker Meadows
Let's go, Tigers!
out of the game now. Javi Baez comes to the plate. He'll try to drive in Jones, who's now standing at second. Still just one out. First pitch on the way, high and out of the zone. Slider misses. It's 1-0. 1-0. Swing, rips it down the line, foul. 1-1. Standing on deck is Kerry Carpenter. Top of the order to follow. Baez 0 for 1 on the day. And here comes the third and second. They got him? Man, that was close. Good pickoff move. Spire tossing it to Blanco. Blanco tried to grab the tag, taking another look at it real quick. If the throw wasn't so high, he's going to get him. But Polanco had to make the catch and then bring the tag all the way down. The throw is over his cap. If it's more about chest high, he's going to get him. It was that close. 1-1 right there. 1-2. The other thing is, if you look at that, he takes a second step. Kind of a bounce step. If he fires it initially and gets him, kind of a hesitation. Probably trying to make sure he doesn't make a bad throw, but then 1-2. Swing! That ball is belted high and deep. If it's fair, it's gone. Bending, 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 bending. Just foul. A loud out here at Comerica Park. You could hear the roar of the crowd and the fans leap to their feet. Just missed pay dirt. The 1-2 in the dirt. 2-2. 2-2 count. Pitch on the way. Swing! That ball's ripped up through the middle, and that is going to tie the game. A rocket through the hole, and it's 3-3 here in the fifth. Good hard hit by Javi Baez. And the hit parade continues. Slow start to the game, but we've seen the Tigers score 3 here in the 5th inning after the Mariners scored 1 in the 4th and 1 in the 5th. Seattle's first run came in the 2nd. We got ourselves a tie ball game. Don't go anywhere. This one just got really good. Fans are waving their orange towels in the crowd.
Let's go! Let's go, Tigers!
Spire now set to face the top of the order. He'll take a flip over to first. Not a terribly quick move over there. Might be to set something up. Baez back in time. Kerry Carpenter, 0 for 2 on the day. Popped out to third and struck out swinging. Lefty, lefty, first pitch, 95. right down the pipe. It's 0-1. Carpenter batting .208 in the postseason, but he does have a home run, 4 RBI. 720 OPS. The 0-1 runner goes. Here comes the throw down to second base, and it will not be in time. And Javi Baez representing.
Let's go! Let's go, Tigers! Let's go! Let's go, Tigers! Let's go!
Javi Baez now the go-ahead run. He stands in scoring position. Still just 1 out. Spire is yet to record an out coming out of the pen. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. 95 about eye level, 1-2. One-two count. Spire having some kind of a quarrel with home plate umpire Chris Guccione. Not sure what that was about. Might have told him that counted as a move when he was kicking his cleats off. The 1-2 swing, slices it foul, we'll do it again. Didn't really see what happened there. They're going to have to show a replay for me to get a better understanding of what happened. Oh, I see what it was. That ball, they called that a ball, the throw that went down to first base on the stolen base. That pitch was all the way in the zone. The 1-2, swing, fouls it back, we'll do it again. So, yeah, I don't blame him. That was a terrible call by Chris Guccione. Yesterday's umpire in this game, John Tupain, had a 97% accuracy rate. Jordan Baker had a 95. The 1-2, swing, chops it. Over to first. Slow roller. Suarez. Oh! Collision at first. Naylor holds on to it. Wow. You don't see that much anymore. That's baseball, baby. Naylor went to grab the ball and he went to make the tag, and Carpenter ran right through him. In a regular season nowadays, you normally see the guys just kind of give up and get tagged. He went through him. That was Pete Rose style right there. Kerry Carpenter bringing it. Suarez was covering the bag over at third, but I think Naylor thought he was going to get a run over there. They both went helicoptering into the ground. They're going to automatically walk Gleyber Torres to get to the left-hander Keith. See if the Tigers go to the bench. Lefty-lefty matchup. Two on, two outs, runners on the corners. Infield back into the right. The pitch. Swing, chops it over to first. And Naylor's going to step on the bag. He does a double take, make sure someone's not trying to run him through. That'll end the inning. But out before the Tigers tie it up. It'll be the Mariners' turn to swing the sticks when we come back. 3-3 heading to the sixth.
Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
I will just show you to your cubicle.
I can't. I bet it's a big one.
The temp agency said that you are fluent with QuickBooks Pro, correct?
Oh, right. Yeah, we should cover that. You see, my resume might not actually be accurate, right? So I have no idea what you're talking about. Don't know what QuickBooks are.
You don't have any accounting experience?
No. Come on. But you don't have to be an accountant to know that this girl is a 10. Yo, what up? You come here often?
To my job?
Ooh, shouldn't mouth on her also. Shut it.
Is this the new temp who's supposed to help me with the spreadsheets?
I want to talk about spreading the sheets. We can go back to my place and I will rock your...
You're fired!
That makes sense. So I just go out the same way I came in?
We're down to one strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to first, and here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop, baby. All throughout Braves country, pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all.
Can someone please tell me at what age do men start scream sneezing?
1868. Somehow or other, they don't play ball nowadays as they used to some 8 or 10 years ago. I don't mean to say that they don't play it as well, but I mean that they don't play with the same kind of feelings or for the same objects they used to. It appears to me that ball matches have come to be controlled by different parties and for different purposes than those that prevailed in 1858 or 1859.
Ready? If you ain't scream sneezing, you ain't living, my man. You gotta let it out. People that try to hold it in their sneezes, you're just asking to throw your back out. We head to the top of the 6th inning. I mean, unless you're on air. If you're on air, you got to do what you got to do to stop any kind of nonsense. But I'm out in the wild somewhere. First pitch on the way. Righty-righty matchup. Melton. Troy Melton fires the first pitch strike. Swing and a miss by Suarez. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Four-seam fastball. Up top. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. So no 2 count. Genio Suarez batting .154 in the postseason, but he does have a home run. 99-mile-an-hour fastball taken all the way. Good take. It's 1-2. The 1-2. Swing, rips it back foul. Do it again. One-two count, swing, chopper towards the mound, scooping it, flipping it, Melton over to Tort. 1-3 put out, one away. First pitch to Raley, the left-hander who's in for Garver, who came in for Canzone. All designated hitters. Right there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and grips, swing and a miss. It's 0-2. The 0-2 count. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Melton coming out of the pen. Man, that was a nasty, looked like it was a sinker off the edge. Started in on the plate and kind of dipped off. Filthy. First pitch swinging by Robles. Is smack back foul. It's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. Victor Robles 0 for 1 with the walk in the game. right there. It's 0-2. They check down the line, but first base umpire Alan Porter says no dice. The 0-2 count. Four-seam fastball, 99 miles an hour, misses high. 2-2. Pitch well outside the zone, full count. The payoff pitch. Whoa, right below the knees, ball 4. That was close. Robles barking out there at Melton. He'll head on down to first. Righty-lefty matchup. J.P. Crawford takes the first pitch, 98, in off the belt. It's 1-0. Swing and a miss, throws it down to first. Did he get him? Throwing behind the runner. Robles dives in just in time. Close play, 1-1. Man, that's close. I'll tell you what, it almost looked like he got his. Looking at that, yeah, you know what? If they challenge that, he's going to be out, but I don't think they're going to challenge it. Here's the pitch, the 1-1 swing, slices it towards left field, running in, trying to make the catch, ends up trapping it on the field. Riley Green kept the ball from going behind him, but it is a 2-out single. Good hard hit ball. Man, that was close. Dangerous play, too, because if you don't make that scoop like that, at least one run's going to score. First pitch right there to Rosarena's a swing and a miss. It's 0-1. We've already had the few bad defensive errors, the defensive gaffes out there. They weren't rang up as errors by Rosarena in this series. Riley Green almost paid it back. The 0-2 count, 2 outs. Crowd's on their feet, rooting along the right-hander Melton.
Let's go, Tigers! Let's
The 0-2 swing, pops it up, and that should end the inning. F8 your scorecard.
Let's go!
Underneath it, squeezing it and making the grab is Perez. We'll be back in a flash. It's 3-3. We go to the bottom of the 6th in the Motor City.
We can't Urban Dern your frazzle dazzle.
Hey, Braves Country, I'm Mac McGee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show, Braves Country Today, just before first pitch. Stick around for the postgame show, Braves Country Tonight, where we will open up the phone lines, react to your calls or your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, pitch by pitch, play by play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball.
We're doing random drug testing today. The only one I won't try is crack. What?
Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Hell no! No.
Yes. That depends on what kind of pizza. If it's pineapple and ham, that's good. But if you're just like trying to throw some pineapple on like a Supreme or something, then you need Jesus.
Or how about this? No.
Pineapple does go really well on pizza, and that was amazing. That changed the game. Dude, that stuff was awesome. I'm going to go get some next. I'm going to go back to Pensacola.
You go to Florida too damn much.
It's smart. It's a smart line, and a smart crowd will appreciate it. And I'm not going to dumb it down for some bonehead mass audience. Not you.
Armchair.
What must be the contempt for those who would degrade our great national game and make it a business? When such becomes the case, farewell to baseball. The excitement which is at present attendant on these contests will cease. Then the game itself will gradually but surely die out. Philadelphia City Item.
Welcome back. Three to 3 your score. We head to the bottom of the sixth inning. First pitch on the way. Lefty-lefty matchup. Spire back to work versus Riley Green. He'll take it inside for a ball. It's 1-0. We did put a poll up in the chat to see if anybody, some of y'all may just be enjoying the game. We want to see who's pulling for who. The 1-0 pitch swung on. That ball is crushed high and deep over the right center field wall. She is gone. It's 4-3. Riley Green with a solo shot. A banger. And the Tigers have bounced back to take the lead. Holy Toledo! And Wilson's going to come grab him out of the game. Spire's done. Trying to get him past the left-handers. Riley Green. Dan Wilson has seen enough. We'll be back in a flash. Here on Braves Country Radio. Tigers 4. Mariners 3, we're in the sixth inning in a heck of a game in October. On this date in 1885, George H. Rawlings patents a close-fitting baseball glove that features padding made of felt and rubber in the fingers, thumb, and palm. The owner of the St. Louis Sporting Goods store invented the padded equipment to prevent players from bruising their hands when catching a ball. On this date in 1939, the great Bob Feller, with his 12-1 victory over the St. Louis Browns, becomes the youngest modern-era player to win 20 games in a season. The 20-year-old Cleveland Indians fireballer finishes the season 24-9 while posting an ERA of 2.85. The 8-time All-Star Bullet Bob, or Rapid Robert, will lose 3 peak seasons of his career when he leaves to fight for his nation in World War II from 1941 to 1945. And on this date in 1998, St. Louis Cardinal first baseman Mark McGwire connects off of Cub hurler Steve Traxel, sending a 341-foot line drive over the left field wall for his historic 62nd home run of the season, breaking the single-season home run record set by 1961 Roger Maris. Big Mac's historic homer comes in the 4th inning of a nationally televised game, but has been a very disputable record as McGwire and his link to PEDs tarnished his career along with other contemporaries.
For about 70 cents, you can buy a can of soda, regular or diet. For about 70 cents, you can also buy a cup of coffee. For about 70 cents, you can buy a pack of gum, plain or sugarless. for
10 cents a day.
you can buy it.
The Country Club for Braves Country Radio. Welcome back. 4-3 your score. And Bizzardo has come on out of the pen. First pitch on the way is a bender into the dirt. Misses for a ball. It's 1-0. Edward Bizzardo. I always want to call him Eduardo. 2.52 ERA on the year. 1-0 misses. No call for a low strike. It's 1-1. Normally seen in the back of the pen, but is the 1-1 pitch. Swing, rips it down the left field line. That is a fair ball, and it's going to go into the corner. Coming over, grabbing it, and keeping him to a double, but it'll be a double with nobody out is the torque wrench, and the Tigers keep the hits moving.
Let's go, Tigers! Let's go!
Suarez thought it was a foul ball.
Let's go! Let's go, Tigers! Let's go!
Taking another look at it. And you can't. So when it hops over the bag, the question is, was it fair when it went over the bag? And that is an umpire decision. You cannot challenge that. As the sinker right there on the outer edge, it's on 1. And the reason why is it's very difficult for a camera to see what the umpire can see as the ball's going over the line, the 0-1, down and in 1-1. So it's not where the ball is when it lands, it's where the ball is. And the best, they're showing and once again, it's so difficult because unless you have a camera that was over the bag, which is what you would need, something almost like hanging above the third base bag and the first base bag to call those, you're not going to be able to do that. 2-1 count. Swing, rips it over to first, and that's through for a base hit, and the hits keep a-coming. Here come the Tigers, and it's 5-3 as the throw goes past home plate, bounces off of Bizzardo as he backs it up, and McKinstry, and the Tigers are off the mat leading by 2. Wow. Torkelson getting high fives as he heads into the dugout.
Let's go, Tigers! Let's go! Let's go, Tigers!
Bizzardo,
Let's go, Tigers!
normally very good, has yet to record an out. Dingler at the plate, first pitch on the way, flips it over to first instead. Good move, but back in time. Swiss Army stands on first. Boogie Nights at the plate. The pitch on the way, down and away. 1-0. Standing on deck is the center fielder, Winsel Perez. He came on for Jones, who pinch hitted for Meadows. 1-0. Right there, P at the knees, just missed. Just below the zone, but over the plate, 2-0. Javi Baez stands on deck, or in the hole, I should say. Detroit leads at 5-3. The 2-0. Bang, right there on the outer edge, 2-1. 96 miles an hour. Two-one count. Swing, rifles it back foul. 2-2. Is that what it is, Kerry? The 2-2. Bizzardo. Turns and flips it over there. They got him. Smoke him if you got him. He got him. McKinstry doesn't think he got him. And Porter is pointing to the dugout, basically saying, calm down. If they want to challenge it, they can challenge it. He's trying to argue with them like the old school way you would. It looks like they are going to put a challenge on. It's a close play. From the blind eye. At first look, it looked like he got him. Now they're showing the replay. Biggest question I have is, does he tag the back of that bag before he completes the sweep through? And the biggest problem you have if you're a Tigers fan is that it was called out on the field, so it's got to be enough to overturn it. I think they probably got him. They always liked it. Man, I'll tell you what. I know everything is sponsored, but they're in the middle of showing the replay, and Booking.com throws their freaking logo right in the middle of it. Someone's going to book a flight to slap the hell out of somebody is what they're going to do. Here comes the call from Alan Porter, and he is out. So McKinstry will head that back to first. Excuse me, head back to the dugout from first, excuse me. It looked like he got the sweep tag before he could tag the bag. And the runners, when they see you so boisterous like that, and they truly believe that they're safe, there's a lot of moving parts in something like that. You're hitting the ground, the ball is hitting the glove, and sometimes you feel the tag and sometimes you don't. Is the pitch on the way right there for strike number 3, and Bizzardo is starting to work out of the jam. Down by 2, now 2 outs and nobody on. And Wenzel Perez, as we like to call him Pencils, coming to the plate. They keep replaying it, but he's out. Pitch to Perez is 97 right down the pipe. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. The 0-1 swing and a miss. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Outside wide, 1-2. You also always have the option too, Carrie, if you're in a chat, that you can take the comments off the screen if it's like too much. Because I've been in some chats where I'm like, good God, and you just take the thing off because you're trying to watch something or whatever. It's the 1-2 in the 2-2. But some people, I do believe, are here for the chat. I don't think it's all just the game. The 2-2 count. Brings it in the dirt. Swing! That ball's going to get hammered down to the right field corner. That's down where the green grass grows. Here comes the runner around to first, heading into second, and it's a 2-out double for Pencil Perez.
Let's go, Tigers! Let's go! Let's go, Tigers! Let's go! Let's go, Tigers! Let's go!
Yeah, I can read them, Paul, but a lot it's off to the side. It's next to my box score, but I'm paying attention to 9 different other things because I'm my own producer as well. So I try to look up from time to time, and there's certain names when you see them put nonsense in, I don't even look at their name. I look at the folks. I mean, the ones that get first dibs are obviously the country club people when I see their comments because it glows on my screen by design. Because the Javier Baez stands in right there for a missed pitch for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Swing! That ball is belted. Crushed like an ant, son. It's 9-5 Detroit. A 2-run shot. A hang banger, and she's gone. There's no way that's right. They're projecting 239 feet. That's not leaving the yard. What the hell is Fox Sports doing over here? 7-3 your score. Detroit once trailed 3-0 heading into the bottom of the fifth. They've scored 7 unanswered runs. And we might be going back to Seattle after all. First pitch on the way, a swing and a miss. Kerry Carpenter. Hammer and nails. It's 0-1. The 0-1 takes it right there for a strike, 97 miles an hour, 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Carpenter digging in, the pitch. Good take, slider off the plate. Like I said, for those of y'all who are not familiar with Luzardo, he is normally elite. He just doesn't have it today. He did pitch last night. I don't think that has a ton to do with it. But he'll have a couple of days to get ready if there is a game number 5. And the 1-2 pitch swung on, popped up high into center field, and that'll retire Hammer and nails. But not before. Javi Baez and the Tigers put 4 on the board. It's 7-3. We'll be back in a flag.
I was going to Colombia, for Christ's sakes. Wants to be some kind of a professional woman, like you.
A psychiatrist?
And I have to listen to guys like me whine all day.
Here's payoff pitch. And swung on and missed! Strike 3! Yaga! We're 1 out away, Braves country, from a trip to the World Series. Whatever superstition you got, do it. The entire city of Atlanta, the entire South is standing on their feet, trying to will the Braves into the World Series. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And swung on and ripped over to Dansby Swanson. Dansby's got it. He fires over to first. Baby, sound the trumpets. Do the chop through the streets. Your Atlanta Braves are headed to the 2021 World Series. Oh, baby. We have not been into the World Series in 22 years. But come Tuesday night in Houston, we'll have first pitch. Go dance in the streets, baby.
Have you ever protested anything?
Sure, every time I get thrown out of the pub. By the end of the Civil War, baseball was the national pastime, North and South, West as well as East. Soldiers took the game home with them, and it grew.
It's our game. That's the chief fact in connection with it. America's game has the snap, go, fling of the American atmosphere. It belongs as much to our institutions, fits into them as significantly as our Constitution's laws, is just as important in the sum total of our historic life. Walt Whitman.
Please like and subscribe today. YouTube.com/@BravesCountry. I just looked it up because I wasn't 100% sure. I knew it was the 4 o'clock Eastern hour. It's actually 4:40 Eastern time. Now that is assuming that there is a game in Toronto on Friday. If this is the only series it goes, they will most likely move that to 8 o'clock Eastern. I don't know that to be true because they haven't announced it, but that's typically what they do because they want to put it in the prime time. Or I would say they could move it up to like 7:30, but it's involving a West Coast team, so they'll probably just wait till 8:08. But as of right now, if both Detroit and New York win, we have a doubleheader on Friday at 4:40 and 8 o'clock. First pitch from Melton is swung on and popped up over for a quick first pitch out. Raleigh pops up to short, F6 in your scorecard. One away. Julio Rodriguez now steps in, 97 up top. It's 0-1. 0-1 count. Swing, chops and foul. You wonder if it had anything to do with kind of the lethargic play of the Tigers yesterday. I heard during one of the pre-games that Detroit elected as the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. Detroit elected after game 2 in Seattle. I'm trying to remember what time that was. All these games are running together. I'm starting to go. But after game 2 in Seattle, the Tigers stayed at the hotel that night and then flew out the next day. First pitch is right there, four-seam fastball. Melton starting it off with 2 down and throws a strike right there to Polanco on the outer edge. It's 0-1. And the conversation came up against a couple ex-players that were talking about it as the 0-1. Smacks it foul, it's 0-2. What would you rather do? I think it was Wainwright and A.J. Przinsky. Wainwright didn't have a strong opinion until he heard Przinsky's thoughts on it, and then he leaned back to Przinsky and said, I'm going to go with what you said. But his take on it is the 0-2, caught, looking, strike 3, that'll end the inning. I'll finish that thought on whether you want to stay over, get a good night's sleep, and fly out, or if you want to take the red eye. We'll be back in a flash. Bottom of the 7th, time to get up and stretch. We're in October in a heck of a series, Mariners and Tigers. Welcome back. So the argument was, would you rather take the red eye home? Because even though the game was ending out there, I don't know, it was the first pitch on the way to start. Bottom of the 7th to Vargas. from Vargas, Carlos Vargas to Torres, Gleyber Torres. Righty-righty matchup, it's 1-0. So if I got the math right, is the 1-0 swung on, lifted high and deep into the corner, and that ball is gone. Smoked over the right field wall, and the Tigers have put another one on the board. Holy Toledo. Who woke up Detroit?
Let's go, Tigers! Let's go! Let's go, Tigers! Let's go! Let's go, Tigers! Let's go!
Gleyber Torres, he has had himself an absolute fantastic October. And he makes it 8-3. So I want to say that game lasted, I believe that was one of the ones that went extra innings. The first pitch is outside. If not, it definitely went into the wee hours on Sunday. The 0-1 count to Keith. Right there, P at the knees. Cutter, 0-2. So the question is, did you want to fly back, get to Detroit around 2-3 a.m., or did you want to go back to the hotel, which is what the Tigers did, sleep, get up, and head out the next morning? And the argument for, there wasn't much of a good argument put it against it. They basically, Wainwright said, I don't really have an opinion or preference. Is the 1-2 swing. Hits it hard on the ground. Stepping on the bag is Naylor, one away. But Perzinski jumped in and goes, I want to go home. And something else that had to be put into consciousness that a lot of people hadn't thought about, Detroit Tigers had not been home for like 16 days because they finished the season on the road, and then they went to Cleveland, and then they went straight from Cleveland to Seattle for games 1 and 2. Riley Green, first pitch swinging, hammers it high and deep into center field, drifting back, making the catch. At the warning track, long ride, but an out, number 2. Rodriguez taps the wall as he makes the catch. And so Brzezinski, if I can get this out, because the Mariners look like they're ready to go home. They're just swinging at everything. He said, man, I want to get home. I want to get on my couch, sit in my indention that I've created, watch my TV, know where my channels are, as the first pitch is right there for a strike to Torkelson. So in one, I want to eat my food at home. I'm tired of DoorDash and everything else, Uber Eats and everything. He said, I want to get home. Because not to mention the fact my family, I want to see him, is the 0-1 swing and a miss. So and after he laid that out, Wainwright kind of looked back, looked at the host, and he pointed at Perzinski. He goes, never mind, I'm with what he said. The 0-2. Swing, lifts it down foul, we'll do it again. I mean, a lot of people don't realize that the Tigers were on the road for 2.5 weeks before they came back on Monday to get ready for the game on Tuesday. So I'd say there was not just jet lag, just absolute fatigue. The 0-2 swing, that ball's hammered down the left field line. If it's fair, it's trouble. It is just foul. I would like to know how in the world Major League Baseball can set up any team to end the season on basically, I guess it was a 12 or 13 game road trip. That's just ridiculous. You're trying to fight for your playoff lives. They make sure that not everybody's on the road for 2 weeks when the season starts. Is the 0-2. Fouls it away, 1-2. I don't believe there was some convention or something that was taken over the field, so I don't think that had anything to do with it. Sometimes it's unavoidable. The 0-2 count. Swing, chops it, just foul down the third base line. The 0-2. Swing, fouls it back, we'll do it again. one thing is, y'all talking about the name changes. Atlanta Braves work with several of the historical Native American tribes in the Southeast to honor the Braves' name and to make sure they're not doing anything to offend. That's one of the main reasons why you'll never hear a peep about Florida State Seminoles, because they work with the Seminole Indian tribe. Every color that they put on their jersey, everything goes through a review with the Seminole Indian tribe. The Braves work with a couple of different tribes, but it's a council. Is the 0-2, down and away, 1-2. I'm not familiar with what goes on in the Washington area with the Redskins, nor with Cleveland. I'd say Reddy Seveny can tell us more about that. But I do know it was a shame that they changed the name from the Indians to the Guardians, because they were paying homage to the Native Americans that played for Cleveland years and years and years ago, over a century ago. The first Native American to ever play in Major League Baseball played for the Cleveland organization. And then when they made the change, the name change, Chief Bender was their ace. The 1-2, swing, pops it up, high in the sky. After a long at bat, it'll be an F5 as Suarez calls off the big dumper, and that'll end the inning. But not before the Tigers put another one on the board. We're going to the 8th inning, and you know what that means here on the BCR.
106 miles from Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
It's happy hour.
When wins become losses and losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? Yeah, I'll come for a couple. Just a couple though, not like last time.
When buying a beer, don't make this mistake. Buying only one beer can cause a misalignment in your spine due to the uneven weight distribution. This can cause unnecessary back pain and potential spine issues. To prevent this, carry 2 beers, ensuring your body is balanced and proper health maintained.
Okay. Let's get it! Hey!
Afternoon, everybody.
Put my pants on, one leg at a time.
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription is more.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Everybody drink a beer. Salute.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to. Pretty soon we're going to be communist country.
Oh, yeah. For me and the Lord, you gotta understand it. We're on a mission for God.
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to kill me!
Eight to 3 your score. We head to the top of the 8th inning. First pitch swinging by Bo Naylor, and Seattle leads off the 8th inning with the single. We'll see where this takes us. Warming up in the pen is Will Vest for the Tigers. They're not going to play with their food and let this one slip away. 97-mile-an-hour fastball hits up top for a strike. Suarez, it's on 1. The 0-1. Swing, chops it. Over to third. It's going to be a 5-4-3 double play. And just like that, the threat is wiped off the board, 2 away. First pitch right there. Melton to Rayleigh. Right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup, the 0-1. Outside wide, 1. One count. Misses high and out of the zone, 2-1. The 2-1 swing, pops it up. High into shallow left center field, drifting back all the way back, calling off the left fielder and the center fielder is Baez, and that'll end the inning. So if you count the double play, it's a 1-2-3. We'll be back in a flash. Bottom of the 8th we go here in Detroit.
Are you high? Am I what? High. Hello?
Here is 10 signs that you were raised by an Irish person. Number 1, you have a very colourful vocabulary. Every now and again you'll throw one in out, this and that, but that's okay. Number 2, you have a very staple diet that kind of consists of a lot of potatoes. Number 3, you have a belief that flat 7-Up in the microwave heated can cure any illness. Any at all. Number 4, St. Patrick's Day is a big deal and you'll be dragged down to the parade for the crack. Number 5, never worry about anything because there's always someone to light a candle for you. Number 6, they always have your back, especially in front of other people, but when you are home, you're in for it. Number 7, tea is the solution to all problems. Broke up with your boyfriend? Cup of tea. Failed your exams? Cup of tea. Number 8, there is only one type of crisp. End of. Number 9, the wooden spoon. Say no more. And number 10, the obsession with the heat. Is that heat been on? All day?
Armchair. Does this shade of red make me look like a clown?
No. It makes you look like a prostitute who caters exclusively to clowns.
I got some advice. Everybody just shut up. Just mind your business and do you. And shut up. That's it. The world will be better. Shut up!
Look, will happily pay 75 cents to $1.50 to go to the theater. And numbers prefer baseball to theatricals. We must make the games worth witnessing, and there will be no fault found with the price. A good game is worth 50 cents. A poor one is dear at 25. Harry Wright.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball. Eight to 3 your score. We're in the 8th inning as the Tigers offense has woken up, putting a snowman up. First pitch on the way from Vargas to McKinstry. Seattle tries to grab the last 3 outs, and even if they can't make the comeback, they're trying to use as little of their bullpen as possible, so they'll be rested well rested for a game 5 in Seattle on Friday. The 0-2 just misses inside 1-2. 1-2 count. The offense has bailed out A.J. Hinch as the 1-2 pitch inside 2-2. He pulled Casey Mize, who was pitching a pretty darn good ball game in the 4th inning after giving up a hit. Went and grabbed Holton, and Holton coughed up the runs. The only earned run that Casey Mize gave up was the runner at first when he came out of the game to start the 4th inning. Finnegan came in, and he really held the line, and the offense woke up in the 5th and 6th, and they never looked back. Full count to McKinstry. He's 2 for 3 on the day. Righty-lefty. Swiss Army digs in. Swing! That ball slapped through into right center field, through for a base hit. And the Tigers have 1 on and nobody out to start inning number 8. Cubs lead the Brewers 4-1. They're in the 1st inning. Bottom of the 8th. First pitch on the way. Boogie Nights, Dylan Dingler bangs one down the third base line. It's on 1. The 0-1. Swing, rifles it back foul. It's on 2. That score holds in Chicago. They'll have game number 4 tomorrow. We'll bring it to you right here on Braves Country Radio. Tonight we're bringing you game number 4 in the Bronx, Yankees and Blue Jays. Is he 0-2? Oh, right there at the knees. Did not get the call. 1-2. I don't know who told them to not put the box on the screen, but it is the worst coverage in Major League Baseball. Unfortunately, they're going to be the dopes carrying the World Series. 1-2 count. Swing, chops it foul. We'll do it again. The 1-2. Dingler 1 for 3 on the day. Pitch in the dirt. Ball gets away, goes to the backstop. And Swiss Army goes all the way around second, taking a wide turn. He'll slam on the brakes, but he's in scoring position. Nobody out. Seattle trying to get Vargas through these last 3 outs. Take it to the 9th and take their chances. He's at 30 pitches. The 2-2. Swing, rips it foul. 99 inside. Game 5 on Friday will be a winner-take-all. The winner heads to the American League Championship Series to chase down the pennant. Still the only sport where that still means something. The 2-2. Outside wide 3-2. You take any other sport, they don't talk about the teams that come in second place, but baseball has always respected the ones that have won the American National League. Pitches outside, down and away, ball 4, and Vargas can't find it out here in the 8th. Seattle Mariners have won 4 divisional titles. They've never won a pennant. And obviously never a World Series. Started their franchise back in 1977. They did have a team called the Seattle Pilots that played there for a season, transferred over, became the Milwaukee Brewers. As far as the Detroit Tigers, very colorful history. They've been playing in the American League since 1901. They've won 11 American League pennants and 4 World Series titles. The World Series began 2 years after their existence. They did not win a championship prior to that. So they have 4 world titles, 11 American League pennants, 4 division titles, and 3 Eastern Division titles, 4 Central, 3 Eastern, 7 total division titles with 3 wild card berths. Eight to 3 your score. Jackson's coming on to take over for Vargas. We'll keep it right here. And if you're wondering, yes, it's that Jackson. It's Luke Jackson, Braves country. That guy finds himself everywhere. I feel like teams will just take a flyer on Luke Jackson because he can throw the ball hard, but let's take a look at who he's all played for this year, because I swear it feels like every series we would pop up towards the end and he would be bouncing onto a roster somewhere, showing up. Luke Jackson on, runner at first and second, nobody out. The right-hander drops the bender right then there for a strike. It's 0-1. See, this year he's played for Seattle, Detroit, and Texas. And last year, San Francisco, and he did have a very short stop in Atlanta. The 0-1 swung on, lifted high and deep into left field, going back on the track, making the catch, running catch at the wall. Great defensive play out there by Arozarena. One away. McKinstry tags up from third and comes to from second to third. One out with the runners on the corners. This is his 7th different stop in the last couple of years, last few years in the major leagues, different teams. It feels like he's been on more than that. First pitch is right there for a strike, slider, it's on. And the craziest part about this whole thing, for those of y'all who may be tuning in that aren't Braves fans, in 2021, the Atlanta Braves do not win the World Series without Luke Jackson. It just doesn't happen. He was a big part of what they did in the bullpen. But it was just that one little stretch. Him and Will Smith, they were unhittable. Whatever's in the water that fall in Atlanta, they should have bottled it. The 1-1, chops and foul 1-2. It was a complete bullpen championship. But the other guys, pitched well in that bullpen. They've pitched well since. Smith and Luke Jackson, they were just flashes in the pan. 1-2. Swing, chops it. Over to third. 5, 4, 3. Does not turn the double play. And the Tigers put another run on the board. It's 9-3. Good hustle down the line. Javi Baez playing the game the right way. He was chugging it down the line. Man, he barely beat that. Back to the top of the order, and Carpenter takes the first pitch for a strike on the outer edge. It's 0-1. Hammer and Nails is 0 for 4 today. A fly out, a ground out, a struck out, pop out. He's it for the cycle, or outed for the cycle. The 1-1 as the pitch misses down and right. Yankees, Blue Jays, top of the next hour. We'll come on about 15 minutes before and get you ready. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. One-two count. Pops it up. High into center field. Julio down in the schoolyard makes the catch with his green glove, and that'll end the inning. But not before the Tigers put one more on the board. Mariners go to the top of the ninth, see if it gets a little old magic in that black hat they found.
Why do you guys get up an hour early just to sit there at the table and drink coffee?
Because we don't want to listen to your bull crap. It takes the cup of coffee to listen to your stuff.
All right, tell your joke.
Why are you singing so funny?
Why?
Because
Steak sauce or no steak sauce? All right, okay, first of all, if you got a steak that's good enough, then you're not going to need no steak sauce. But if you're eating a steak that's like charcoal, then you're going to end up with some kind of steak. If you don't shut up, I'm talking. That girl looked like a growed-up Oompa Loompa.
I prefer Minion, but okay.
She had the body type of a Minion. Unibody.
Yeah, like everybody asks me, like, so what's your type? And I'm like, I've been all over the board at this point.
He really has. I'm impressed with like one or two of them that he brings home, and then the next one I'm like, what happened? That one that you brought on that had like 4 chins.
Lower the expectations. But
you can't get no lower. You can't get no lower.
Armchair.
Let me tell you something. If the U.S. government decides to stick a tracking device up your ass, you say thank you. And God bless America.
Harry Wright eats baseball, breathes baseball, thinks baseball, dreams baseball, and incorporates baseball in his prayers. Cincinnati Enquirer.
Hi, I'm Mac McGee. Braves Country Radio. Pull up a chair. Your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Justin, the Brewers have made it to the World Series. Went to the World Series in 1982. Lost to the Cardinals in the 7th game. The Harvey Wallbangers. That was the first season I really remember watching baseball front to back. Started watching baseball 79-ish, 80, 81. I remember some things, but 82. I sat down with I've told the story before, but I sat down with a pen and a paper and I wrote down everything I could learn from the announcers in both football and baseball every time there was a game. And my dad and my grandfather asked me, I will never forget this, sitting there and they asked me one time, boy, what are you doing? So I'm writing down rules and all kind. I was writing all kinds of stuff down. I was, what was I, 9, 10 years old, somewhere in that neighborhood. And they said, well, we can tell you. And I thought, y'all don't know anything. And they started laughing. They said, yeah, you're right. Just go ahead and jot down what they got to say. First pitch on the way is right there for a strike from Will Vest as we start the top of the ninth. It's 0-1. Now they knew the game, but they would get so emotionally invested in everything. You asked them a question, they would just say anything to shut you up. The 0-1 swung on, fouled it back. It's 0-2. Grandfather on my mom's side, he loved to talk the game during the game. I could listen to him for hours. We'd sit there and watch Mets games and Yankee games up in New York, and he would just tell me all kinds of stories. Later on, I would read books and find, then after the internet, you could look it up easily, but you'd find out that all the stuff he was telling you was pretty accurate. Because he grew up in Brooklyn, turn of the century, so he saw baseball essentially be born. The 1-2, outside, wide, 2-2. He was born 4 years, I believe 4 or 5 years after the World Series. It was created, the 2-2, swung on, chops it over to second, 4-3 put out. No way. He was in the Brooklyn area, so he was a Dodger fan, but he followed the Giants, the Yankees, and of course all the teams in the Northeast. That's where the love and affair with baseball really began. And then when I would go back home and talk to my grandfather on my dad's side, found out he loved baseball. They found out everyone in the family loved baseball. They just didn't talk about it much. Tigers lead it 9-3. Swing, chops it, inside out swing over to third. High, bending throw. Good play over there by Swiss Army McKinstry to away. And the Tigers are now just one defensive out from forcing a game 5 in Seattle. Where Tarek Skubal is going to be on the bump for the Tigers. If you're a Tiger fan, you got to like your chances. But you'll be at home, the big dumper, if you're a Mariners fan, and that's not nothing. First pitch on the way is right there up top for a ball. It's 1-0. And also, let's be honest, all hands on deck. So anyone who can do it is going to do it in Game 5. 1-0 misses high to it. The only ones I would take out of the equation are probably the 2 starters from today. Because if you make it to the ALCS, you got to have somebody start your game, the 2-0. Right there on the outer edge, 2-1. Game 1 of the ALCS is Sunday night. We will bring you the game live here on Braves Country Radio. The 2-1 count. Vest. Swing! Fouls it straight back. Evens up the count 2-2. And now the Tigers are one defensive out or a strike from heading to Seattle in what is the best words in sport, a defining series game. The 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. And Vest jumps up and down. The Tigers are rejoicing. 9-3 your final. Game ball could go to a number of different folks, but I'm going to give it to Javi Baez. 2 for 4, 4 RBI, that big home run. And I got to give it to anyone who's busted it down the line, up 8-3 in the 8th, to create that 9th run. We'll see you in a little bit, y'all. We're actually just about an hour away from the next game starting. We'll jump out of here and head over to the other. We'll start it up about 6:45. Yankees, Blue Jays. Same scenario in the Bronx.
Goodbye, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. We're back tomorrow with another show. Well, unless we're fired, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye.
Goodbye, sweetheart. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's closing time, y'all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great one. On your way out, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to tip your favorite bartender. We'll see you. I'm Mac McGee, signing off for Braves Country Radio.
Next pitch in for a strike, and the count 1-2. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes, and now 2 gone.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Spencer Torkelson in the box now. No balls and a strike. 0-1 now. Upstairs. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss.
You tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
And that one off the outside edge.
It's a good take.
And the right-hander deals. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Two outs. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Ready to go now? Now it's going to be Christian Yelich. The pitch. And that's outside. And away we go this afternoon.
Ball, no strike.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
And that's a little bit high. And a count 2-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Good right sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
The wind of the pitch. That one just misses the outside corner. Full count, 3-2. That's to third. Whips it to first. Right out the top of the first. Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. And the key to victory for them here, get their starter some run support early.
If they can get him that run support early, it's likely the other team folds because they know how dominant he can be once he gets settled in. So put pressure on that other team right away, jump out to a lead early, and a few runs is going to feel like 30.
Steele, an all-star a season ago. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker, a curve, and he works in a changeup. And a pitch. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
No balls.
One out. Base is empty. Smoke to the left. Base hit.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Now it's the right fielder, Sal Fraley. Way inside, gets out of the way. The pitch. That one the other way, and that's just foul. Contreras leads off first with one away. And a 1-2.
2-2.
In the dirt. To second, and he's out.
Kind of a tough read for the base runner right there. You're usually trying to be aggressive on balls in the dirt, trying to get into scoring position. But if it doesn't get away very far, or you can't tell how far it is, most catchers are going to get to it and throw you out at the base. So right there, excellent job by the catcher. He helps out his pitcher big time.
The pitch. Wouldn't chase that time.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Got it by him for the K. One hit in the inning, but no one left. On to the bottom of the first. No score. Back here at the friendly confines. And on the hill, Freddie Peralta. What's the scouting report on him?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Bottom of the first. Here's Nico Horner. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
That one hammered, but pulled foul. Singy, one of the things that's interesting is that guys really don't worry about swing and miss from an offensive standpoint anymore. So when you see somebody who contacts the ball like this, do you think of that as plus value?
Absolutely, if he's doing damage. Now, if he's rolling over and grounding out, then it's a different story. But, yeah, if he can put the ball in the gap or over the fence, 100%.
Throw to first. Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit. Right through there for a strike.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
And that one hit to first. Hoskins takes it himself, and a couple of quick outs.
Batting third, no left fielder, Ian Happ.
Ian Happ up to hit. One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter.
0-1.
2 out, space is empty. That one almost got him. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. He swings and hits a fly ball center field. Chorio brings it in for the 3rd out. We played an inning, no score. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. Top of the 2nd. Now the Brewers cleanup hitter, Rhys Hoskins. Steele, a former All-Star, 28 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2014. Right through there for a strike.
It's 0-1.
Here comes a pitch.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
That one just misses.
It's a good take.
1-2.
The pitch. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Here's a 1-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Willie Adames stands in. That one's in there, 0-1. No score here in the 2nd. Next offering is down low. Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Boog. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with him and how he works, you won't get too surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy at all.
There's a strike. In the air, right field. Suzuki has a beat on it. Makes the grab. 2 down.
Batting 5th, the designated hitter.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the Brewers DH, Owen Miller. Just off the inside edge. Inside, just missed.
2-0.
Yeah, now 2 balls and a strike.
2-1's the count.
And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. And they'll do it again. Kicks and fires. In the air, out towards left center. Happ makes a nice running catch. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. Bottom of the 2nd. Now it's the veteran outfielder, Cody Bellinger.
Bellinger's won a variety of awards in his career, hasn't he? I mean, he's been named Rookie of the Year, MVP, and Comeback Player of the Year now. There were a few Silver Slugger awards, and he has himself quite the trophy cabinet.
And a foul ball.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
And he deals. In the
One
dirt,
ball, 2
and the
strikes.
count 1-2. That one almost got him. The other way, and out number 1 on the grab.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Dansby Swanson stands in now and watches strike 1. Swinging a foul straight back. Right-hander kicks, deals, and it skips into there. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Flip to the pitcher is in time, and they do get the second out of the inning.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from him a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice play for the out.
Next is the designated hitter, Christopher Morel. There's the strike. And the righty deals. On a line out towards center. Chourio makes the play, and it's out number 3. Cubs are down quietly. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Here at Wrigley Field, and now it's going to be Jackson Chourio.
Jackson Chourio.
The line to kick the pitch. And that one fouled off. There's a strike.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
And now the lefty. That's off the mark. Now 1-2. Good job to fight that one off. The pitch. On the ground right side. In time to Bush. And one away in the top of the 3rd.
The second baseman, Bryce Terang.
This is Bryce Terang. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does.
Fastball for a strike.
The hitting's going to come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
That was a well-executed slider away for the strikeout right there. First 2 pitches filled up the zone and got him ahead 0-2 in the count. And at that point, he could start expanding the zone as a pitcher. He made him chase and got the quick strikeout.
Next for Milwaukee, Andrew Monasterio. That catches the zone for a strike. 0-1.
0-1.